What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith that I will continue to bring you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so I used to hate Glocks. I couldn't stand Glock. Don't mention Glock to me. I hate it. They're ugly. I don't even want to pick one up. I was an M&P fan. I am still an M&P fan, specifically M&P, but obviously Smith & Wesson. And I just didn't want to hear anything about Glock. So one day I was like, you know what? Give the 19 a try. So I picked it up again. It felt blocky again. It was ugly again. There was nothing different about it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna just shoot it, see if I like it. Picked it up, shot it, hated it. Fast forward to me actually purchasing one. So I bought it off my friend, and if he's watching this video, listen, I think I told you that Glock was ugly. I can't even tell you how ugly this Glock looked. I wish I had a picture of it, but I erased it. It was so ugly. The frame was like a tan / yellow / gold frame. Why? I have no clue. And the slide was like a darker sand color. It was so ugly. So I bought it for pretty cheap. And he had the 3.5 ghost connector in it. And I think that's the only thing he gave me that was aftermarket. So I bought it and I was like, listen, I can't be caught with this Glock. If I'm going to give Glock a try, I gotta give it a facelift. So I posted this gun before, but this is now how it looks. And I'm sorry I don't have a picture of how it used to look because it was so hideous that I erased the pictures in my phone. But I got all this work done to it. I'm not gonna go into detail because I have other videos about what I have done. So listen, I had all this work done. And then finally I was like, oh yes, I finally like Glock. Even though this work is, you know, nice and it is a definite facelift from the ugly duckling that I purchased, I began to really appreciate it over time because I'm like, okay, the reason why I don't like it is because the grip, right? The ergonomics of it is awful. Like it's not even comfortable in my hand. But then once I got a little bit of texturing done, I got the grooves enhanced, even though I prefer no grooves. That's why I like the 48. I was like, okay, it sits a little better. Then I was getting Glock knuckle, and I was like, why is this so uncomfortable to shoot? I couldn't figure it out. And then my friend was like, well, Liv, we're going to take some off the trigger bar so that your fingers can fit right underneath. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm like, that's more comfortable to me. The 48, I guess they must have learned from their past experiences because look, the undercut is a little more pronounced and the trigger guard isn't as thick in the width of it. Whereas on the factory one, I didn't have any work done on this trigger guard. It's pretty thick. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Okay, there's a big difference there. So once they gave me the double undercut under the trigger guard, I'm like, okay, all right. And then my fingers were fitting and I started to like Glock. I'm like, okay, now I can aim and shoot it and I'm not worried about Glock knuckle and it feels good. And then over time, as I put more and more rounds down range, I was like, okay, it's simple, it's reliable. It's an acquired taste, of course, but there's not a lot of gadgets on it. Wherever you point it, it's going to shoot. I noticed that even when I try to limp wrist the firearm, it still fires. And I'm like, okay, well, this really works. And, you know, the more I got used to it, the more I started to appreciate it. And I'm like, okay, I think I like Glock. But it took me some time to get there because, again, I was a fan of M&P. And then CZ came along and I was like, forget it. Like, I just became in love with CZ. But then, you know, as I started to kind of go back into my safe, I realized that Glock is, listen, Glock is it. And I know I don't show it much love. And I know some of you fanboys always say, well, Liv, you never have a Glock up there and da-da-da-da. Listen, I have plenty of Glocks. I've just learned to appreciate it. The more I educate myself about firearms and reliability and all that good stuff, I realize that Glock is king. Like overall, Glock is king. You know, CZ does things better than Glock. Glock overall is the king of handguns. I mean, first of all, I almost got a knot in my throat even saying that. Let me check I don't know if I'm feeling good today. I just can't believe I just said that about Glock. Like, I've come a long way because I used to despise Glock. If anyone even said the word, I'm like, I want to hear it. Like, that's how much I hated Glock. But listen, like people despise LeBron, he's still good. As much as I despise Michael Jordan, he is the GOAT. So listen, I've come full circle to appreciate Glock in all of its glory. And it wasn't until the Glock 48. I think after shooting this and purchasing this and really spending some time with it, I realized that, man, Glock is it. They don't do anything special. They just get it right. It's hard to get stuff right. They just get it right over and over and over again. And yes, they're manipulating our minds like Apple, and they're not doing anything special, just a little bit of tweak here, a little bit of tweak there, and then boom, they do a great marketing campaign, and before you know it, you think the newest Glock is the best thing ever. Well, all they did was slap lipstick on a pig. It just works, guys. So I've come a long way because I used to hate Glocks, but I can honestly say that Glock is where it is. When it comes to overall performance, when it comes to a lot of newbies getting into firearms for the first time, you know, Glock is the way. But I'm not going to discount, of course, M&P because M&P rocks. I'm definitely not going to discount CZs because CZ is just premium. But I think overall, right? It's kind of like if you're buying your child their first car in high school. You're not going to get an Acura. You're not going to get a Benz. Well, I don't know. Some of you watching this? Yes, I can't lie. Some of my friends had Acuras and Benzes, but I think majority of parents will get something very reliable that does everything. And usually they navigate towards Hondas and Toyotas because, you know, low expense, reliability, it just works. If something fails, the parts are easy to get. It's just an overall good car. It doesn't do anything super fancy, but it works, and it works for a very, very long time, and you feel comfortable with it, you trust it, and that is just how a lot of people feel about Glocks. So listen, Glock, I used to hate you, but now I appreciate you. Thank you for what you've been doing for the firearm industry. And yeah, here you go. This is my truth. I can't believe I just made this video. I honestly think I need to take an aspirin. Like, I have a headache. Something's not right. I'm feeling a little heated. I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys, listen, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about Glock. I know the fanboys are going to come out, and that is all right. But I will say this before I end this video. CZ rocks. CZ for life. CZ for life. I gotta end it on that. Anyway, listen, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are treating one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.